Hi, it's Mrs. Hofer, and today we're going to do lesson 23 in math. So you're going to need your 5-group mat. You're going to also need some pattern blocks, which we haven't used a lot of pattern blocks, but today we're going to use pattern blocks, and we're also going to use cubes. Now, I don't know if everyone has pattern blocks, but if you don't have pattern blocks, then use your teddy bears. You can use your teddy bears and cubes or your pattern blocks and cubes. If you have pattern blocks, use those, okay? You'll also need your supplies, pencil, crayons, and you're going to need maybe a dry erase mat. Maybe not. Just if you want to practice writing the numbers, then you can use your dry erase mat to do that. Okay, so we're lesson 23 in your book, and there are just 2 pages for that lesson in the book. So it's page 111 and 113. We're going to start off with a little thinking about math, and we're so good mathematicians. Again, we're going to do this every day. We're going to try to get fluent, which means do things quickly. It's like subitizing and counting, and we want to just get better at all of those things. So I'm going to click on the box, and I want you to tell me how many are behind it. Okay, and so it might be a little hard to see. All right, so I'll also do it here. So we have 4, right? 5. Oh, that one's really hard to see. Okay, now that one's hard to see. Let's see if I can get that light off of my screen. Okay, so there's 5 fingers on this hand, and then 2 more. That makes 7. Whoops, there was nothing there. This one has 5 and 3 fingers, so that makes 8. And this one has 5 and 1. And that makes, that's right, 6. Okay? Now we're ready for the application problem. Remember, that's that page that just has a square on it. It says to draw a shape that you might see as a fence. So think about fences that you've seen. Usually when I see a fence, I see one that's in a yard. So it's usually the shape of a rectangle. So I'm going to make my fence in a rectangle shape. Okay, and then it says there are 8 balls. Draw some of the balls inside the fence and some of the balls outside the fence. So I'm going to do 8, but some of them are in the fence and some of them got out of the fence. Let's see. So I'm going to do 1. Oops, that's not a very good ball. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do 4 inside the fence. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and so I got 4 outside the fence. Let's make sure I have 8. Do you think I do? Do you have 8? Stop in this and draw your own if you haven't done it yet. You don't have to match mine. There's other ways to do it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I did have 8. So I'm going to make the number 8. Remember, yours doesn't have to match mine because there's other ways to do this. I could take another one out and I could put 3 in the fence and 5 out of the fence, and I would still have 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did yours look like mine, or is it different? Yeah, there's lots of ways to do it. There's more than one right answer. Okay, let's move on. You're going to get your 5-group mat, and this is my pattern blocks, and that's what you're going to need for today. Okay, so you're going to count out 5 different pattern blocks, if you have them, from your container, and then put them on the work mat. If you don't, then just 5 different teddy bears, okay? They don't have to be all the same color. All right, so, whoa. Mrs. Hofer. You keep forgetting to change the mark. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There's 5 different ones. It's really hard sometimes to see with the light. Okay, but when I filled the 5, I did it all the way across the top of my 5 group mat. Okay, now I'm going to count out 4 more pattern blocks and put them on the mat. Do you remember where we put them next? Right, we put them at the bottom and we start on the left. So I'm going to get out 4 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wow, there's only 1 pattern block left in my bag because I started with 10. But I filled my 10 frame, but I have 1 not covered. How many pattern blocks are on my 5 group mat? Can you count yours? Okay, we had 5 on the top and 4 on the bottom. I'm going to do the counting on strategy. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I'm going to find the number 9. Now when we write the number 9, it might not look exactly like this because 9 in books and on the computer usually have a little curl, but when we write it, we're going to use a straight line. Okay, but that's the number 9. It kind of looks like an a 6 and 9, but one's flipped one way and one's the other. Okay, so we have a 9. A 9 is a loop and a line. We have 5 and 4, and that makes 9. So we're going to take our blocks and we're going to put them in a row. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to take blocks and I'm going to put them in a row. So I'm going to just take 3. 1, 2, and I'm going to do all the same. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to take 3 more blocks and make another row. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I need 3 more blocks. 1, 2, 3. Let's count. How many blocks do you think I have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 blocks. Look, I have a row of 3, a row of 3, and a row of 3. 3, 3, and 3. That makes 6. Kind of looks like a square too. It's called an array. When we put them in rows like that and make a square with them or a rectangle, it's called an array. I have 3 yellow shapes, 3 green shapes, and 3 blue shapes. And that makes 9. Do you guys know what this shape's called? It has 6 sides. It's a hexagon. And this shape is a triangle, and the blue shape is a diamond. Okay, good job. All right, we're going to practice making, how many shapes did we have? We had 5, and well, if I do it this way, 4 more. 5 and 4 more make 9. So when I make a 9, I'm going to make a loop. So I'm going to make a loop at the top and a line. That's the way we make a 9. Make a loop and a line. That's the way we make a 9. Make a loop and a 9. That's the way we make a 9. Practice writing your 9s. There's no practice page for 9 on this one today, but you can practice it on your dry erase mat. There's just one page to count, color, and count. And then some of them you have to draw more. So you might need a grown-up at home to read the directions to you because they're a little complicated. But you can see on the back, I see an array that has 3, 3, and 3, just like on our lesson today.